Chaos. Blur.
Alright, what is up everybody? This is Bobby Games, otherwise known as Chaos Blur. How we all doing today? It is Easter 2021. I don't know why I was just doing the rocker hands there, but I am ready to rock on a stream that I've been looking forward to for a very long time. That's right, it's an Easter stream, and for those of you who don't know, Easter is my fourth favorite holiday. It's really the only thing you have between Christmas and, well, next Christmas, so it's a super fun holiday, and because of that, I thought I would stream a very fun, very special game today, and that is, of course, and I did mention this in my last stream, Sonic Adventure on the Sega Dreamcast. That's right, behold the original game case here. This game brought me immeasurable amounts of joy. The impact that this game had on my life is indescribable, both as a lifelong Sonic fan and just in general. This was like my first full-fledged 3D game that I ever played. I can't say enough good things about it. You guys know the impact this game has had on me. I mean, my intro, for crying out loud, is pretty much based on this game. You know, like my Chaos Blur intro, a lot of the graphics I use. In fact, just by coincidence, the opening cutscene's playing right now, so I'm going to go ahead and just let this play out before I start the stream, and then I'll talk a little bit more about the game, and we'll get right into it. Keep in mind, this cinematic was made back in 1999, technically 1998, because that's what year the Dreamcast released in Japan. So, I mean, this still holds up remarkably well, I think. For real. No, this blew my mind too. It still kind of does. Especially when I look at current Sonic games, and there's nothing like this. Like, you know, Sonic Forces starts and you get like a little blurb, you get like a little opening screen. You know, in 2017 they couldn't make something better than that. But in 1998 they made this. So, I mean, this was all of our introductions to 3D Sonic back in the day. And for all the naysayers who say, you know, there can't be a good 3D Sonic game, I mean, this laid out the framework for it. Was it perfect? No, but this was an excellent game, still is, that's why I'm playing it today. And, I mean, this music. Love this music. You know, a lot of people make fun of the kind of quote-unquote butt rock of Sonic 3D, you know, 3D Sonic music, you know, the butt rock. Like, but I love it. Like, I don't know, this song just works so well. there was a story too. Like, I mean, yeah, it's not Shakespeare, but like there was actually a pretty good story to this game. To all the people who say, you know, platformers don't need story or whatever, it doesn't matter. Like, they still made a good story. I do love Crush 40 as well. Yes, they composed obviously a lot of the Sonic music for the early part of Sonic's 3D existence. So thanks for tuning in, Shadsy. I hope you're having a great Easter. As I mentioned, this is my special Easter stream. And for that stream, I don't just play any game, but I'm playing specifically the Sonic story of Sonic Adventures, which is basically the main game. I'm starting a whole new game. So if you're watching this, yeah, get ready for some cringe voice acting, some cutscenes, some weird stuff, but also some really cool stuff. I can tell that you played this game before, because if you have, you know, basically it was mind-blowing at the time.
Oh yeah! This is happening! Huh? What's up?
You are completely surrounded! Surrender yourself! Lock on target, men! Ready? Fire!
Oh no, our weapons are useless.
Oh no! Our weapons are useless! Retreat!
Worst police department ever.
Oh yeah! This could be fun!
Bullets do nothing. One attack from Sonic knocks the thing senseless.
Hey, I'll play with you some other time!
Love the way the game just so seamlessly goes from that cutscene to like the first boss fight. And they make Chaos so menacing, like just from the start. Where you going, you big drip?
Come on, you big drip! Where you
I
going?
played this game too many times. Busy few days for the Shadster. Well, what have you been up to? See you lurking on my streams once in a while. How's Zero and the gang doing?
You know nothing, fool! It's Chaos, the god of destruction!
Ha 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 ha. I just say how much I love this voice actor for Robotnik. I forgot his name. It's not the guy who currently does him, who's also pretty good, but I love this guy. You know nothing, fool. It's Chaos, the god of destruction. Wow, this is possibly like the cringiest cutscene of the whole game. Ooh, new TV. Well, nothing wrong with that.
Huh?
Is it like a fancy 65-inch 4K deal?
What?
3D?
Tails?
Watch out, you're gonna crash. Ah! Make sure you hold your mouth open and unexaggeratedly long. Oh, had my
Tails.
Dreamcast controller down in the
Now,
box.
What am
as
I
it-
gonna do with
I
you?
just got the vibration from the, whatever. I actually enjoyed Ryan Drummond's Sonic. His voice acting's not the best in this, but... 55, oh, I was just kidding. That's awesome. Yeah, I got a 55-inch upstairs, so that's not what I stream on, but don't really need it for a Dreamcast game. I really like Ryan Drummond. I believe he was in... I know he was in Sonic Adventure 2. I believe he was the voice of Sonic up through Heroes. Maybe even Sonic 06. I have to think about that game too much. I always love the little details, like how you can actually see his footprint on the sand. Like, I know that's really a dumb detail to notice now, but like back in the day, it's like, holy crap, they actually put his footprint on the sand. Keep in mind, I'm playing this on original Dreamcast hardware. This is not like the 360 re-release or the GameCube re-release. This is the original Dreamcast playing this, so... As I get stuck in a corner. Remember that, as I get stuck in the corner. Hey, what's up, Randy? Happy Easter to you, too. Thanks for watching today. I don't know how long you'll be able to stick around, but I am playing the entire game, or at least the Sonic part of the game, which is the longest part of the game, and really, in some ways, the only part you really need to play. I always wanted the opposite of the console I got. So, what did you have, an N64 or a PS2 at that point? This was the only system I wanted back in the day. Everyone else had their Nintendos and their Sonys, and I was and always will be a Sega fan. N64, you know, had some good games, I gotta say, although a lot of them, at least from what I can tell, didn't age well. Like, I think if they re-released those games with some remastering, I think they'd be really good again. Like, Star Fox 64 on the 3DS plays pretty well. The original one's a little bit, not clunky, but just takes some getting used to if you know, didn't play it originally. I guess you could say the same about this game. I'm just kind of used to playing it. Oh, wow. Almost never have that happen. Like I keep pointing out, and it's ironic, this was Sega's first attempt at 3D with Sonic, like full 3D, and it worked probably better than all the other ones, with the exception of maybe Sonic Adventure 2, as I also take an awkward corner. This part here I always used to get stuck on, even though the thing tells you what to do. You just kind of hit, you know, the A button a bunch of times, and this only happens like twice in the whole game. Always love how your momentum would like take you down there. And there's Tails. And his broken down gray plane. So, Randy and Shads, you got any plans for Easter today? Mechanic, most likely, yeah. No, they really did.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, not bad. Not great, not bad. Which is alright, it's really kind of a dopey mechanic. Like, I think it was almost supposed to work like a wall kick or something, but with the numbers. I might be wrong, it might be in a few more stages, but... First time as a kid, I'm like, where do I go? Like, it really was not spelled out well.
Hey, Sonic! Long time no see, huh?
I'm just glad you're okay. What happened anyway? You're too good of a pilot to just crash like that.
It must have been pretty good to make me cry like that.
That was a test run using a new prototype propulsion system. It's got a few bugs to iron out.
Why not just use my plane, the Tornado?
His plane. Tails
Thanks,
built that
but you
plane.
gotta check out my newest power supply. Ta-da!
I love that they brought back the old Emerald sound effect.
A Chaos Emerald!
Yep, I just happened to find one of the 7 emeralds during one of my test
I just
flights.
happened to find one. It was sitting around there. I'm like, oh, I thought it was a paperweight.
So figured, why not use it to power my plane?
I thought, why not use the most powerful gem in the world to power up
You gotta
freaking
come over to
airplane?
my workshop, Sonic. I've got something I've got to show you. It's in the Mystic Ruins. The fastest way is by train. Let's go!
So should I even bother talking to these NPCs? Now you can play with Tails, but I won't. But I like that mechanic. I like the idea that you unlock the characters by interacting with them. Like, you actually have to play the story, and then as you meet them, you unlock them. Like, that's... I'm not saying no game has ever done that, but that's a good idea. Rather than, like, some arbitrary, like, you know, beat so many levels to do it. Finally, Station Square. I'm going to the beach, the casino, and Twinkle Park. Hi, Mr. Know-It-All. Oh, I hate this kid. Here's a tip. When you jump, it makes a big difference how long you hold down the button. Hold it longer, and you can jump longer and higher. Did you know that? And see, I'm not going to talk to all the NPCs. Just once in a while, it's interesting to see what they have to say. They almost killed this guy. There actually are, like, little dramas that you can find. Like, there's, like, someone who's like, my wife left me, or whatever, like, and then as the game progresses, it's like, oh, she came back. Look around, the train's packed with exhausted people, but look at me, I'm full of energy. I don't talk to you, weirdo. It does extend the replay value, and that's why I love this game, because obviously you could go play the story of all 6 characters, which I'm not going to do today, but, you know, you could see what it was from Tails' point of view, Knuckles' point of view, and it's a completely different story. Some crossover, obviously, but that's why I prefer to play Sonic's story, because you get to see everybody at some point. Right now, it's time to meet up with the good doctor himself.
If it isn't Sonic!
Look, it's a giant talking egg.
Silence!
Silence!
I literally have memorized this entire
The
game.
greatest scientific genius
In the world!
Whatever you say, Eggman.
Enough! I've got big plans, and now I'm gonna put them to work.
You're always up to no good.
Yeah, Randy, playing some Sonic. You know, this is one of many games that I play in the stream as the,
Or else!
what do you call it? Sonic 30th anniversary goes on. I want to
Big loser.
replay, actually, some of the 3D Sonic games, because I've done a lot of the 2D Sonic games. So, you know, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Heroes, not Sonic 06, but other games in the series that I think are, you know, just really underrated in some cases. And of course, I want to talk about Easter and stuff. But really, anything's up for grabs. As you guys know, I love to talk. I didn't realize I kept my rings from the level. I'm at like 267 rings.
All systems! Ah!
I liked how this game followed like the kind of Sonic traditions that have been established at that point, but it modernized them a little bit. Like, you know, you're still fighting Robotnik, but now there's like a reason for it. You know, you're going through, you know, action stages and all that. Like, I don't know why they went away from this formula. Easter Egg Man, nicely played. I wasn't even trying to do that. Yes, we're fighting the Easter Egg Man. See, I don't generally. Oh God. Generally, I don't call him that. But I guess in this case it works. And I refuse to call him Eggman, other than maybe as a joke. To me, he'll always be Dr. Robotnik, as he himself even says. My Sonic tradition: chili dogs and tater tots. What's up, Strap? I really don't know how experienced you are with Sonic, but this is a good game to start with.
You some other time.
Just love this game, man. Hey, we got Strap and Randy in the same room at the same time. You two behave yourselves. What's up, Strap? Happy Easter to you and your family. Hey, what's up, Oreo? Oh, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. If you like Sonic games, you'll definitely like this channel. I am a huge Sonic fan, in case you couldn't tell. We ate fried rice together. Nice. This was not my first Sonic game, not by a long shot, but obviously it was my first 3D Sonic game.
That wasn't so hard.
And yeah, this is a great game. You get to know all the characters, you get to have all these adventures, Sonic adventures. I believe with that follow, that puts me at 49 followers? I'm not really sure, but I'm getting there. Easter Oreos have strawberry filling. I've never actually had Easter Oreos. Not surprised it's a thing.
No, isn't that the same
Tails is... Oh god, he really is. This game and a couple times in Sonic Adventure 2. He redeems himself in his story, but... This game, because I complete... Oh, that's awesome. Now, when you say completed it, you mean you got all 130 emblems, or you just completed, like, the... Yeah, brings Chaos Emerald. He's just holding it, too. He's not even, like ripping it or anything. But I guess the story wouldn't really go anywhere if Robotnik didn't get any Chaos Emeralds. I always like this premise, too. Like, they really did a good job working everything into the story. Like, you know, you're collecting the Chaos Emeralds for a reason now. It's not just some random thing. They're actually a story element. Yeah, fun fact, Robotnik gets to build Robotnik Land in Sonic Unleashed. A little spoiler there, but I always thought that was funny. I've completed it with the emblems once, and then just had story. Yeah, I've gotten all the emblems once. That was a pain in the butt. And then I have a couple other times. I mean, I wouldn't say I've completed the game 50 times, but I've completed it quite a few times. And today we're just going to complete the Sonic story, because that's the longest and best story, I think, of the game. Plus, I'm sure we all got other things to do for Easter. But again, thanks for joining the stream, Oreo. Tell your friends. Grab this thing. See, the game doesn't tell you that there's, like, a wind stone. Like, the first time I played it, I'm like, what am I supposed to do now? Like, you defeat Robotnik and Tails is like, alright, let's go. It's like, let's go where? Like... So, yeah, basically, I'm just gonna play the story. I'm not, you know, trying to find any secrets. I'm not, you know, gonna go for more emblems. This is just about, you know, playing out Sonic's story from, you know, A to Z, which, you know, we're maybe, like, not even a third in right now. Oh god, yeah. Dude, Oreo, I'm on your side. The Gamma theme song is like... It's like my jam. I actually learned to play that on piano, and I don't even really play piano that well, but I always love that little piano interlude. Gamma's one of my favorite stories in the game, and one of my favorite theme songs. And we'll see Gamma in this story, although not for long, but... I assume everybody in this stream has played the games. Like, I don't think I'm, like, spoiling anything. Like, I assume people have some knowledge of what's happening, so that's why I'm purposely kind of just talking about the stories if it's already happened, because I assume by now this game's been played to death, and I'm not really revealing anything we didn't already know. This is the other time they use the number panels, or unless there's some other time. Oh, I think they're actually in Red Mountain as well.
Head straight up. You should be able to get out of the tornado.
Sonic just controls so well here. You know, for all the criticism this game gets, like, Sonic's control is, like, probably the best. Spoiler. Nicely played, nicely played there, Strap. Spoilers for everybody. Specifically your 2003 Toyota Celica. Because no other car had a spoiler. And now, like, my favorite song in the game, which I know is a remix from Sonic 3D Blast, but I love this song. Ow. I know you can't see it right now, but I'm tearing up. Well, maybe not, but I'm pretty stoked. I'm stoked to have some people with me. I'm stoked for Easter. I'm stoked for this bright, beautiful game. And this music. This Green Grove remix just works so well in this level. I don't know why. I also don't know why there are, like, millions of feet worth of metal suspended in midair. Are there any parallels? Strap, I'm a little scared that you know that game, because you're not, like, a big Sonic fan like I am. So, funny story, though, since you mentioned Sonic 06. Sonic 06, for all intents and purposes, I think was supposed to be a Sonic 3. Like, it has adventure elements in it. It came out 7 years after Adventure. It, you know, even the egg carrier comes back. It has, like, a Emerald Coast type of stage, or Ice Cap kind of stage. So, I mean, if anything, Sonic 06 borrowed from this game. But other than that, there's no parallel other than the characters having the same names. Yeah, the Sonic 06 we generally don't talk about. It was whatever. I actually don't hate Sonic 06 as much as some people, but I also have no desire to play it again. Like, I just kind of played it you know, to play it, and then I was done with it. I also like how the emerald's just sitting there. It's just like floating in the air. Oh, there you go. You want an emerald? There you go. So parallels to Sonic 06, which hadn't even happened at this point, I would say no. I talked about it right now.
Yeah, not bad.
That's alright. We'll forgive you, Strap. It's a holiday. My second emblem. Oh, boy. 3 more and I get a free one. This game also really checks the boxes for, like, all the, Batman Origins. Oh, was that, you mean Batman Arkham Origins? I heard that game was actually okay. Not as, like, lauded as the, you know, other, you know, Batman Arkham games, but, like, I heard it had a good story, at least.
The train headed for Station Square will be...
Batman Arkham's a series I keep meaning to stream. I've played some of the first one, I played some of City. I would want to start it from the beginning to really get, you know, the whole experience. The games are really cheap to find, too. Alright. So that was Windy Valley. God, I played this game so much. I'm like just coasting through it. I'm Emerald coasting through it. So now it's sunset, so I should be able to get to the casino. Oh, that guy's gone. Ew. I hated it and wanted... What are you ewing for? It's Easter, man. Be happy. At least it's not Garfield. I go to the casino every night. Sounds like a gambling addiction to me, but alright. Like I said, I like to talk to the NPCs once in a while, just for a good laugh. See what they got going on. How you doing, Barney? Thanks for joining the very special Open Your Heart Easter stream, not to be confused with the Open Your Heart Christmas stream I did a couple years ago. I'm not speedrunning a shampoo. You also spelled shampoo wrong. Did you all know BO2 still costs $60? Why can't I think of what a BO2 is? I don't know, but it doesn't sound good. Doesn't sound like a game I would play. Oh, Black Ops. That was random. I mean, I believe you, but never got into Call of Duty. Well, which Black Ops 2? Because they feel like there's been a few Black Ops games. Like in every generation, they remake a Black Ops game for Call of Duty. In fact, I think the last one was called Black Ops or something like that.
The Lightspeed Dash lets you race toward rings at light speed.
Body odor too. That's honestly what I thought at first. I thought it was BO and then BO2, and I'm like, wasn't BO1 bad enough? I never got this. There's like some kind of machinery down here. It looks like old arcade games or something. Like it doesn't look like something that should be under a sewer.
Ready, go.
By the way, like the worst Lightspeed Dash ever. But that's okay. I know there's a crystal ring. I'm not going for it. I'm just doing the bare minimum to beat the game today, because that's what I'm doing. I float on stuff. We can't tell you the name, because it's Black Ops. It's true. Sense of time in this game is a little weird. It went from like sunset to the dead of night, just in the 3 minutes I was there. Came out in 2012. Why is it still $60? That is weird. It's not like on sale on the PlayStation Digital Shop, or are you talking about like the physical edition is that much? Because I mean, I haven't seen those games. I know they usually don't go down in price too much, but I figured 2012 it would be. Wii games are still dollar signs. All right, Casinopolis, one of my favorite stages. And this is what I meant when I was saying how this game kind of checks all the boxes in terms of Sonic gimmicks. You know, we get a pinball level, we get, you know, the beach level, ice level coming up after this. I got Mag on PS3, free to A-OK home. Why do I, like, read the comments all, like, intently? I always like to play the Knights one. Basically, I play the Knights pinball stage, and then if I get all the rings I need, which I believe you need 400 rings, then I just stop. But if I don't, then I play the other one. Ah, this is great. You know, as recently as a few years ago, I discovered even more, like, hidden things in this, like, little pinball table, like other Knights references. Of course, there's the big one, but there's a couple hidden ones that I just kind of lucked into. And now I can't stop wondering if there's more stuff on this table I haven't discovered yet. Like, were they going to make a Dreamcast Knights game? Get the rings in the sewers. See, I don't like the sewers. You know, if it happens, it happens. But I prefer the pinball. Because the sewers have a lot of obstacles, so I end up losing more rings than I get. And you can't find that many rings there. You eventually have to play the pinball. Plus, who doesn't like pinball in a Sonic game? This is really the only time it's been done. I know, like, Sonic Heroes had a pinball level, but it wasn't as good as this, in my opinion. I've gotten all 400 just in the sewers alone? Damn. Guess you were lucking out on some of those, like, question mark boxes, because sometimes they're not worth that many rings. Sometimes they're worth 40 rings apiece, but sometimes doesn't always cut it. You can't even tell the ball is Sonic. It looks more like just a regular pinball. There we go, that's where I was trying to get to. Now, this is where one of the secrets is, but I'm trying to remember how I did it. You really just have to kind of hope. I was kind of hoping that didn't happen, but whatever. I just collect all the boxes. You are clearly an expert. We commend you for that. Bobby's house, the sewers. Barney, sometimes I don't know about you. Like, I'll go into a tunnel, then go out. Yeah, everyone has their own strategy. I mean, this is why this level always takes me like 15 minutes and I get no time bonus, because I spend so long on the pinball game. Like, this level takes me longer than any other level in the game, but I don't mind it. It's a nice kind of relaxing diversion from the other levels. And as long as I get 100 rings in this, I don't have to go to the sewers. That's my first state strategy. What, take them to the sewers? Be your last state. Or maybe it'll go well. I don't know. I'm not going to comment on that. Gas Blur does not support taking people to the sewers. But what you do in your free time is up to you. Alright, got 100, so I don't have to worry about the sewers right now. If I ever go to the sewers, it's from the other one, because the slot machine level is not very kind to you, just like a real slot machine. So we might see some sewer action, we might not. The important thing is we're all here today on this Easter morning, now almost afternoon. See if I can get that other Knight's Easter egg. It's very hard to get. And yes, that time I did mean to do the pun. No, can't get it. Still can't get it. If I get to 400 rings, which I almost never get to 400 rings on this one alone, then I'll just lose all my balls. Yes, I know, Strap. I'm waiting for the joke. Well, halfway there. You get 400, you'll be the Lord of I Forget. Welcome to Ardene's, home of the... yeah. References to last a lifetime. Or at least the length of the stream. Which will feel like a lifetime. No, as the year of Sonic's 30th anniversary progresses, I mentioned I have plans to stream some other Sonic games. Very excited for that. Usually like to do it on holidays or different special occasions. I met Paula Deen. Really? Well, there you go. Is she everything you were hoping and more? Hey, oh, that's a little less legitimate. But hey, at least you did something. I haven't met too many cardboard cutouts in my life. 06. I'm not streaming 06. I don't even have 06. I will stream Sonic on the Master System before I stream Sonic 06, and that actually is a real thing. And actually, I do have it, so... I mean, if you really want that, I can make that happen. Strangely, I prefer the Master System version of Sonic to the Genesis one. Genesis game is okay, but I feel like the Master System one is a little simpler, but it's actually a little bit better because it's simpler. I only know that because that game was unlockable on Sonic Adventure DX on GameCube. And I was like, oh, this game's actually pretty good. They should have just released this instead of the Genesis one. Alright, 300. Looks like the popular Spartan movie of the same title. Ah. Not much doing there. Really wish we had gotten a Knights game on Dreamcast. This is the closest we're gonna get. Well, I know they made Knight's Journey into Dreams, but again, I don't count that. Yeah, 2006 and 2007 were not good years for Sega. This is Sonic! Yeah, it is. I keep forgetting that my stream is like 10 to 15 seconds behind, so whatever I say, people respond to like after the fact. Usually way after the fact. I might actually do it. I might actually get all the rings I need in this one pinball table. Wondering if my friend Jeffachu is going to check this out. I know he's a big Sonic fan. Oh, 3 of a kind. That's going to give me some major rings. Do you have a low latency? I'm not 100% sure. Why? Is it like stuttering or anything? 3 of a kind. Come on. All right, 400. All right, screw this game. Just let it go. But yeah, I probably do. Actually, no, I probably have a high latency because my computer is not like the best. So whatever settings like make it run without crashing, those are the settings I do. So it's not like super high def or anything, but it also doesn't really have to be for this game. For a lot of games I play, I kind of purposely, you know, don't go too nuts. It's supposed to help with Twitch and chat. Yeah, no, I don't know much about streaming, even though I've been doing it for a little while.
Deposit as many rings as you can.
All right.
It may even
That was
help
easy
show you
enough.
the way.
Oh, it only took 9 minutes. Usually spend like half an hour in this level. I like how the rings just appear like flat coins all of a sudden. Boom.
Yes.
Take that, yo. See, we got some viewers today. I'd like to see that. Hope everyone's having a great Easter.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, not bad. Not great, but not bad. Maybe I'm just better at this game than I thought, but like I always felt like this game would take like, you know, 3 or 4 hours. Like I'm not halfway through the game, but like I don't know, this is kind of going pretty fast. Alright, we got our Chaos Emerald. I'm sure nothing will go wrong now.
Yeah.
Oh crap, he's everywhere.
Hey.
He's in my dreams. Follows me. In my
Oh,
nightmares.
the Chaos Emerald.
Oh no, you don't!
Oh,
Oh
jeez.
jeez. Ha 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 ha.
Hey, man.
I like how when you play this as different characters, the lines change, like, slightly. Oh, see, I like Ice Cap. Well, we're about to see it. Really, there's not a level in this game I don't like as Sonic. Like, I pretty much... Skydeck's a bit of a pain, but I even like Skydeck.
Oh, man. What happened to that emerald we just had?
Low latency mode needs to be
I guess
switched on. And
Eggman's
hey,
got
Zero's
one.
here to give us a little
But the
tech
other one's
advice.
safe.
Welcome to the stream,
That
Zero.
guy must be desperate.
That means
Good to
his
see you.
2 to R1, and that's
Eh,
not
you know
good.
what?
Come on,
I mean,
Sonic,
I don't
we
really
need to
mind
be
it that much. I
busy.
mean, unless you're like 5 minutes behind, I'm not like too worried about it. A lot of times people respond to me relatively quickly. I also don't get to read the chat all the time because I'm in the middle of playing, so I'm here just lurking. Yeah, I figured as much. Zero is also the name of the robot that kidnaps Amy. Spoiler alert. I'm just gonna bring this unusual-looking stone onto a train. Nobody pay attention to this. It's a gift for my girlfriend. I guess a phone call is instant and a stream is expected to be that instant. Nah, I wouldn't say that. It just sometimes I'll say something and then like 5 minutes later someone will be like, "Oh, that's a good point," and I'm like, "What? What are you talking about?" Oop! Somebody just blew up the mountain. It's almost like the Zelda noise. The ice stone. It looks like a key. Maybe I can use it in the Mystic Ruins. Okay, maybe I can. I have low expectations. Well, then this is the right channel for you. You will definitely get some stuff here. I'm a slow typer. This stream is expensive. How do you figure? You ain't paying shit for this. Skip that class. Hey, we got 7 viewers, just like the 7 Chaos Emeralds. Now I can become perfect Chaos Blur. Went to Wendy's, got a triple. Is that what that's what you did like in class, or that's what you're doing now? I call blue. The blue chaos. I like the blue Chaos Emerald. I don't think they're like the Infinity Stones, though, where they each do something different. I think they're just all Chaos Emeralds. Speaking of which, I watched Endgame again last night, or a couple nights ago. That's something I will not spoiler if anyone hasn't seen it. I like this stage. Like, it's not... If it was longer, I would say it's a little annoying, but it's short enough where I don't mind it. I call pink, it's morphine time. Well, that's what you gotta do. Again, just really nice touches on the graphics as I fall to my death. Nice touch on the graphics, all the, like, kind of smoky effects. Sonic's breath, you know, being all icy. Like, they put so much more work into this game than, like, the later games. I think Godzilla won in Endgame. Hey, I said no spoilers. Hey, did anybody see the trailer for the new Space Jam movie, by the way, speaking of Godzilla? And speaking of 90s nostalgia. No, because I didn't want to get ruined? Oh, what, you don't want to know what happens then? So should I not say anything? I find it odd. The trailer, yes. Now I don't know if I should say anything about it. The trailer was odd, but I don't think it was bad. Like, I'm actually kind of glad they're not just doing the same plot again. Again, I don't want to ruin it for Oreo. Oh yeah, the original Space Jam will be the best. I mean, I'm not knocking this new one because I haven't seen it yet, obviously, but yeah, I mean, the new one looks like it's going to have its own merits. But yeah, the original one's awesome. In fact, I might watch the original one tonight or tomorrow. I was just thinking about it after I saw the trailer. I'm like, you know what? I want to see the original one again. Even though I'm not comparing them just yet. Didn't age as well. Yeah, that's a popular opinion, and I do get it. I mean, I'm obviously kind of playing these with nostalgia glasses, and as a lot of people have rightly pointed out to me, I kind of know how to play them, so I'm kind of used to the glitches and stuff. I don't really think about it. Whereas somebody who just picks this up for the first time, you know, might fall into some pits that they'll be like, that was unfair. Like, I'm just kind of used to it. So I'm kind of used to it being unfair, I guess. It's a good life lesson. You know, it's a game, but it's not fair. Well, life's not fair. And then, of course, we have this. Snowboarding parts, which I love. I don't know how anyone could not like this level with this snowboarding part. I mean, they didn't age as well, but what do you mean? Age as well as what? Like, Sonic 06, did that age well? Did Sonic Heroes age well? Yeah, seriously, like, this game established a lot of traditions that future Sonic games would use, and some other games would kind of tweak, but, like, this game still, I think, did it best. Like, I don't think Sonic 06 aged well the day it came out. You know, Sonic Generations is a good game, but, you know, it was good then, and it's good now. Like, it didn't really get any better with time. this game, I think, you know, still holds up. I think the older a game is, the harder it is for it to, as you say, age well. This looks SSX tricky. Hell, it is. Just wait till you see me hit my tricks. I'm missing all the rings, man. See, the controls I actually think are one of the strong points. I think the camera's a little wonky, but I think the controls are actually pretty good. I know the hit detection's a little buggy, especially when you're going super fast, but I don't know. I just think it worked super well. I think Sonic Speed was reasonable. I think based on the level designs, I'm not saying it was perfect, but I think, you know, it was the way to go, and then they, like, kind of regressed after that. Like, they're... Oh, as I hit that. Their first 3D Sonic game was, like, the best one. Wow, I've actually never done this before, where I'm coasting on the mountain. I really need to stop talking. Yeah, this game's perfect. The rides on the wall. Like, pretty much everything that, you know, the stuff that... Oh, I missed that. The stuff that some people say is, like, kind of a downgrade on this game, like the cringy acting and some of the cutscenes, I actually love that. Like, I love Knuckles going, oh no. Adventure 2, I actually think, is more polished than this game. In Adventure 2, one big bonus there is there's no Big the Cat story. And again, there's an emerald just kind of sitting out in the middle of nowhere. No, Adventure 2, I think they actually fixed some of the issues. I mean, there are some other ones, but...
Yeah, not
The
bad.
Emerald Radar as Knuckles and Rouge is kind of weird how they did that, but... I don't know. I think they're really good games, especially considering they came out in 1999 and 2001. Now, Adventure 2 is great. I think I prefer this one just a little bit, just because of the story and, you know, Sonic and everything. I don't know. But they're both really good. In fact, I'll probably stream Adventure 2 at some point. But I think Adventure 2 is a little more accessible because you just have the two main stories and then a final campaign. Whereas this one, you know, you have the hub worlds and all that extra stuff. Maybe, you know, isn't great for everybody. Like, Adventure 2 is a lot more streamlined. It's a lot more like a regular game. You just play a level, you know, see a cutscene, play another level. But both work really well as far as the core gameplay goes. What's up, Knuckles? Hey! Something bugging you?
Something bugging you? No time for games, Sonic. Give me the emeralds you have, right now. What? Let's just
Like how they don't even try to talk this out. They're just like, nah, let's just see you try to take them. Let's fight. Oh no. Oh no.
No. Give it your best shot.
Ow. Oh no.
Oh no.
Thought they made Robotnik make a... Yeah, that was pretty cool. That's true, I keep forgetting. Yeah, his Robo-Troops were basically Gamma robots in the pyramid. Which is funny, because I think E101 Beta was supposed to be the best one of that series, or E101 MK2 Mark II.
Oh.
Like taking candy from a baby.
That's a Chaos
That's a
Emerald.
Chaos Emerald.
That's right, fool! You made it all too easy!
You
You
practically
practically
gave them
gave them to
I
me.
love Gamma, though. Well, then there was, what, E123 Omega, who's just a bulkier
You can't
Gamma.
get away with this. Knuckles,
Tell me you got
don't
tricked by
Eggman
Eggman
trick
again.
Me?
What about you? I never understood that
Way to
comeback.
go, knucklehead.
Yeah, well, he tricked you too, although not really.
Now I have 4 lovely emeralds!
Chaos.
Chaos!
He, like, calls him like he's a dog or something. And again, everybody just stands there. Like, nobody tries to stop Robotnik, or, like, they're just like, no, there's Chaos. Should we maybe stop him from throwing him the Chaos Emeralds? Nah, we'll just watch. It's an even weirder line in Knuckles' version of the story when Sonic says you got tricked by Robotnik, and he goes, like you weren't. And I'm like, what does that mean? Like, that's not even a correct grammar response. Like you weren't? Chaos 4. The only form of Chaos that you fight is Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, and probably the most annoying one, just because of all this jumping around. It's also completely random when he comes out of the water. I've seen him come out of the water like really quick like that, and then other times I'm just waiting on it. It's not a bad fight, it just sometimes goes on too long. And sometimes, oh, see, now he's doing some stuff. My favorite, now I have 4 lovely Chaos Emeralds. Yeah, he says that like some kind of fairy tale villain. He's like, oh, look at my lovely little Chaos Emeralds. All standing in a row. I have a few favorite Robotnik lines in this game, and one of them's at like the very end of the game. In general, I like Robotnik and Sonic's dynamic in this game is like perfect. Like, I don't know, I can't explain why, it just is. Now I have 4 lovely emeralds. I'm still partial to his first meeting as Sonic in the game. I'm Dr. Robotnik, the greatest scientific genius in the world! So what do you guys think of the Sonic movie, anybody who's seen it? Which I assume is most of us. Or in this chat. Probably have some passing interest in Sonic. I'll just go on record as saying I enjoyed it. I thought it could have done some things better, but overall, as a movie, it was entertaining. I think it was more entertaining if you're not a big Sonic fan, to be honest. Like, I still liked it, but, like, I think if you don't know much about Sonic, you liked it as a movie. Like, you just kind of appreciated the characters for what they were in the movie. But, you know, if you're someone like me who's played all the games, you had, like, little nitpicks here and there. But overall, I liked the movie. I'm not... I had, like, medium expectations for it, so, like, it kind of fulfilled those. You know, I wish some things were a little bit better, but for the most part, I feel like it set up the sequel really well, so I'm going to be a little more critical of the sequel. Oh, Detective Pikachu was really good as well. I thought Detective Pikachu would be good, but it was actually better than I thought. It even had a little bit of a mystery to it. You know, like, I'm like, Detective Pikachu, what mystery is he going to solve? But there actually was a mystery. And again, I'm not going to spoil that, but some of the plot twists did surprise me a little bit. I'm not going to be like, oh man, it was like such a mind-bending movie or anything, but there were some moments. Time for the most boring part in this game. What, Sky Chase? I love Sky Chase. And Oreo, you got some critical views here. You don't like Ice Cap, you don't like the Egg Carrier. I love the Egg Carrier. My floating masterpiece, the Egg Carrier. I don't know why I just said that like Neo Cortex from Crash Bandicoot.
It pales in comparison to the power of chaos. Adieu. Until we meet
My
again,
friends! Ice Cap is slow. I mean, Ice Cap's a little slow. See, I'm okay with that, though. I think you need some exploration in a Sonic game. I know that's maybe not the popular opinion, but I like that it's like kind of a little ice cavern or whatever. Plus, it's not slow when you're on the snowboard. And Sky Chase, you know, yeah, it's a little basic, but it's a mini game. It's not meant to be that exciting. I mean, Sky Chase in Sonic 2 was whatever. It's basically a Star Fox clone in this game, although not a very good one, I'll admit. Look, I'm not even paying attention to the story. I've played this game so many times. Open world. This is an open world Sonic game, very technically. Oh, there's Knuckles right there. Oh, I was going to attack him.
What's the matter?
What's the matter? What are you waiting for? Alright. I'm waiting for this. I also love this cutscene coming up, too. This cutscene's awesome.
Sonic,
Wait here for a second. I'm gonna get some snacks for the trip. See, much like the movie, I feel like this does a good job of like introducing Sonic to people who maybe weren't familiar with him at this point, although this was 99, so Sonic was pretty big at this time. Already had all those games in the Genesis, but even still, this kind of introduces the new version, so to speak, and then they ended up like, are there difficulty settings for this? No. They're not, I mean, I don't think it's that difficult of a game, though. I don't know why you're saying I wish.
Sonic, hop in.
I mean, it's not, like, the easiest game, it's not the hardest game. As a kid, I guess I wish there were difficulty settings, because I did lose my fair share of lives, especially on Sky Chase 2. Not this one so much. God mode, yeah. I know Sonic Generations has like a hard mode for some of the levels and bosses, and Sonic Adventure 2 had the hard mode for the levels, but they just added some more like pits or whatever. They didn't really do that much. Oh, plus I forgot how much I love the music here. I mean, yeah, it's basic in the fact that you kind of just have to let it play out. Like, there's no way to really beat it any faster. You just have to, you know, shoot the enemies and move around a little bit. I prefer Sky Chase 2, a little more action. I mean, the whole premise that this little tiny plane is going to do, like, anything to this giant ship is kind of funny. Like, what are we trying to do? Shoot it out of the sky? Like, I mean, we're not going to beat it. We might, at the very least, catch up to it. I wish they added the Supersonic mod on console. That would be cool. Yeah, that is one thing they didn't carry over, is that collecting all the Chaos Emeralds doesn't give you Supersonic in the levels. But, I mean, whatever. Some of the levels are pretty easy as it is, so... I don't know if I need Supersonic to blast through them. In fact, Supersonic doesn't appear as a unlockable character in the main levels until, like, Sonic Colors, I think. Like, when they finally caught on to do that, and then he's in Forces and the later games more often. Which is weird, because that was always one of my favorite things from the classic games. That's why you get all the Chaos Emeralds, so that you can play as Supersonic in the main levels. I guess maybe the levels are too, like, tricky to kind of, like, design for Supersonic. I'm not really doing great with the accuracy here. Sonic Heart. Super Sensei Sonic, yeah. I'm not going to play that part of the game today, the Perfect Chaos fight, but yeah, he does look like Super Sentai. Or Super Saiyan. Super something. A somewhat questionably working lock-on mode. Well, luckily, Oreo, the next few action stages were like some of my favorites. Twinkle Park, Speed Highway, and Red Mountain. Are all really great levels, I think. And again, I like every level. Also, this part here looks like a freaking Saturn game, which I'm probably not... It's probably like... I want to say Sonic Adventure was originally designed for Saturn, and some of these models look like they were left over from that. Just look at how, like, lousy Sonic and Tails look in this compared to the rest of the game. Now they're back to the Dreamcast models. Oh, we're hit! Yeah! Like, they're, like, excited about it. We're gonna die! Oh, percentage, 63. I actually didn't think I hit that many things. By all accounts, they should die here, because you see what's about to happen to Sonic, you'll be like, how does he survive this exactly? Like, he doesn't even get, like, some lucky break or anything. He literally just falls right out of the sky. Yeah, I'll agree the game hits a bit of a lull there, but I think that's on purpose, because that's supposed to be, like, the first part of the game, and now this is, like, the second part, where things get a little more intense.
Tails?
Tails, I got sand in my mouth. I mean, look, he's halfway in the sand. How is he not dead? This little girl who has no significance whatsoever. You're not who I'm looking for. I do love... what's your third favorite level?
Oh, I wonder if he's okay.
Speed Highway's my favorite level. Actually, yeah, Twinkle Park probably is in my top 3. Okay, I'll buy that. Oh, I love Final Egg, yeah. Actually, I think we're on the same page there. I love Final Egg. I'm trying to remember here. I gotta find Amy. So I just, like, memorized all this now. The first few times I played this, I would just wander around aimlessly.
Sonic, wait up! Long time no see.
Oh, Amy, I gotta go grocery shopping.
You anyway. Listen, this birdie seems to be in trouble.
Don't know if anyone can hear my Dreamcast, like, booting up every time there's a cutscene. That's like all I hear. So I got my volume fairly low so that it doesn't supersede the stream. You can now play with Amy. Take that as you will. Sonic is seeking Amy. No, he's seeking to get away from Amy.
Trains are currently in service.
Ah, stop putting walls there. I'm just gonna end up going around anyway. Like in Sonic Adventure 2, where she's like, if I let you out, will you marry me? No way! Oh no, I'm so embarrassed. Okay, well, no context to that. Amy's just there again. Ah, look!
No problem. He's just
I actually
a
kind of
trick
hoped
of
this would
cheesy
be a boss
hardware.
fight, like even just a short one, and then Amy interrupts it. Amy's like, oh, we're gonna die. Oh, wait a minute, there's a amusement park here.
Huh?
Cute couples get in free.
Look here! It says, cute couples get in free! Let's go!
Amy, what are you doing?
Amy!
Oh, wait!
Wait!
Ah,
Oh,
that
man.
girl's such a pain.
That girl is such a pain.
Alright, guess I'm gonna tour this mall again. Another Sonic 3D Blast reference coming up here with this music that plays in the beginning. So I see Oreo's all into the speed stages. Ow. Dialogue written by men. Does this ever happen to you? Oh, damn it, I actually died. That was my first death in the game so far. Ah, I almost never die there. Oops. Well, it's Easter, anything can happen. Trying to find the Chaos Emerald. Some woman just gets in your way. But what the heck? I thought I was in the freaking car. There we go. Some of the bumper cars, like your opponents, do some weird stuff. Like they like back up, they take weird turns. So what do we think about the possibility of a Sonic Adventure 1 or 2 remake or both? It's like, I would be down for it, but I don't know. At the same time, I play this and I'm like, yeah, there are things to fix, but I feel like Sega would just make it worse somehow. Sega would like just improve the graphics and nothing else. You know, the actors of this game are getting... I was gonna say, it sounds like some of them barely speak English. See, I would... There was one time I would have said yes all emphatically, but given Sega's past few games, I'm not, like, super enthusiastic about it. If somebody else made it, maybe. Like, if they outsourced it. Somebody who actually understood how this game worked and, you know, made... And then that's the other thing. If they remade it, would I want, like, bigger levels? Would I want different ideas? Or would I want just the same game with, like, a 4K thing? Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, would they actually, like, redo major parts of the game, or would it just be, like, a one-to-one thing like Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, which was really good, but it was basically the same game with PS4 graphics. So, yeah, I love this part. Sounds like my childhood. Your childhood had better graphics? Outsourced to Rare. Oh, they're a real treasure, you know. Ew. And then there's like, you know... Oh, damn it. You know, it's unlikely, but if they remade it, like, would they make it like a modern game? Like, would they put Boost in it and all that other crap? Like, I don't know. Like, I would like to think no, but I just never know with Sega. Like, I don't know if they would... They're either going to go one way or the other. They're going to remake the game like one-to-one, or they're going to make it so different that it's not even like the same game. Like, there's no in-between. There's no design sense. It's kind of like Balan Wonderworld, which Sega didn't even make, but Yuji Naka made, and it just doesn't play well. There's like so many questionable decisions. Where am I? Hello? I've honestly never had this happen before. I can't see. So I gotta get out of there so I can fix my camera. Holy crap, that was terrible. Seriously? Okay. I can't freaking... I just ended up going around. Wow, alright, well, that was... I mean, I've played that dozens of times. I've had a couple camera issues, but nothing that major. I was scared for my life. What were we talking about again? Oh, Sonic Adventure Remake? Also, it would be okay if they just took Big the Cat out entirely. Like, even from a story standpoint, they could just come up with something else. Ah, damn it. Invert camera. Also sounds like my childhood. Say, can't I just, like, zip up the wall here? I'll take the long way around. I'll take the long way back. I'll take the long way back. Whee! Give me an idea to try. I think I've done it before. I think I've spun dash up that wall before, and you get to the end of the level faster, but it's not easy, and it's actually kind of a glitch.
Yeah, not bad.
Not great. Not bad. I think Randy was here for like 5 minutes, and then maybe another 5 minutes. Yeah, it's his loss.
Welcome to Twinkle Park.
Oh, shoot! I've lost
Yeah, I
Amy.
kind of figured that about halfway into the level when I didn't see Amy anywhere.
But after her.
Sonic just
I
said
better
butt.
catch her before it does.
Random ID card that falls from the sky. There's a glitch for Knuckles in Lost World. If you punch an object at the right time, allow you to take you to a Sonic level. Yeah, there's some weird glitches in this game. I'm familiar with some of them, but that one I had not heard of. Randy's my duo, that's why you never... I was gonna say, like, it does seem pretty rare. Yes, I get it, rare. ID check, okay, you're good. Blue Hedgehog, you work here. Now this elevator inexplicably goes to the highway, because why not? Ew. That would explain a lot, though. JoJo reference. No, I've never seen JoJo, so not at all. Oh, yeah, here we go. This is like the level that was in all the ads for this game. So hard to keep him on this track, I will say that. It's also so hard to get the time trial emblem in this level. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Oh, damn it. I was like on that platform and I slipped right off. Hey-o. Uh-oh. Whoa! Meow. And we're running. And we're going down the building. And we're making that awkward noise. And we're running into a pole at high speeds that should kill us. Ah, damn it. You know, sometimes I do like the same thing and like it's a completely different result. Ow. Yes!
Yes!
Let me guess. Not bad. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm
not
actually
bad.
wearing Sonic socks. I'm not going to show them on the stream for safety reasons, but that's cool. I got a few pairs of Sonic socks. I got the ones, one of the ones right now that are actually, they're all blue and they got like Sonic's like face and like quills on them. But I've also got some black ones that have like just like a little Sonic logo to them. Deja Vu, that's where you fight Chaos Zero. Trying to remember where to go here. I think I got to go by where the casino is. That's where we find our old buddy Robotnik again. Or not Robotnik, but Zero. This is all just a little bit of legwork.
Amy?
Oh man, where could she be?
Where
There's
can
only
she
like 3
be?
parts of this city. Well, maybe up there.
I'll cut him off at the Mystic Ruins.
Thanks for telegraphing what you're going to do, because that does help. I do enjoy Easter.
Let me go, you hunk of junk!
You hunk of junk.
Hey there,
That's a good type of
Bull
candy.
Brain.
Hunk of
You
junk.
better give Amy to me or I'll squash you.
Yeah. Another boss fight I wish happened, but of course it doesn't. Yeah. Don't mess with me. What?
Hey, what's happening here?
Ah, smooth jazz. It must be Robotnik.
Stop!
Well, for somebody named Sonic, he doesn't really react very quickly. He had so much time to knock that robot out.
Shoot!
Lost
I
her again. Where
again.
could she be? Maybe on that giant red aircraft. I don't know. I'm not an expert. Quick, over the pixely mountains. I do enjoy the light speed attack that I pretty much never
This
use
is the
except for this
ancient
part.
light. Try
Well, I
the
could use it on the
Lightspeed
Chaos
dash
6
toward
boss
the
fight, but
enemy.
I won't.
With this,
I'll
you
fight
can
it
now
there.
do the Lightspeed attack.
I actually like the Chaos 6 boss fight. I like most of the boss fights except for Chaos 4.
Ready?
And I love this level. Ow. Jump on the button, damn it. Ooh. Oh, I've actually, like, never been up here. Alright, that'll work. I'm not surprised you can get up there. Ow. Coming attacked right into him. That should have killed him. Ah, awkwardly tilting platforms. Oreo must be looking forward to Sky Chase Act 2. It's coming up after this. The floor is made of lava. It really is. Ow. Totally walked right into that. One thing I didn't mind about Sonic Adventure DX was that they added like those extra missions in. I think there was like a mission involving this stage where like you have to like interact with the skull prisoners or whatever. Like there were like little checkpoints they put in the levels. I mean, it was nothing special, but it was, I don't know, just something. Something else to do after the main game. Other than that, I actually consider Sonic Adventure DX to not be a great port. Which is funny, because Sonic Adventure 2 Battle actually, I think, improves the game a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. That said, I'll still stream the Dreamcast version of Sonic Adventure 2. Thank you very much. I'm just a sucker for the original Dreamcast. Not its less crispy equivalent. Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
Alright, Sky Chase Act 2 coming up. So good we did it twice.
Hey, Sonic!
Hey, Sonic. The odds that he would find Sonic up on that mountain, just riding the plane around. Now, how did he get that new plane exactly? Well, we would have to play Tails' story to find out. I ain't doing that. It's not right now. I might in the future if people want to do the other stories, but today we're just doing Sonic.
Roger!
Well, let me amend that. I would do every other story except for Big the Cat. I would be happy to do them. Having said that, Sky Chase Act 2. It's not a mini game, it's a sub game. It's like a game, but less. This one I actually really liked. I love it reminds me of the Sonic OVA with the music and the dark lighting and everything. Definitely more of a challenge. I used to die a lot on this as a kid. Like, if I ever got to this part of the game, this is like where I started to lose all my lives. I've only died once so far in this playthrough, and it was on something stupid at the beginning of Twinkle Park. Fingers crossed. Might die on Sky Deck, because some fluky stuff happens in that level. Oh, jeez. Those things, that's usually why I die, is because of these things that shoot at you. And I know you can take out the turrets that shoot them, but sometimes I'm just, I don't know. Turning reticle's not always the best. These guys actually evade my missiles most of the time.
Haha! So far, so good!
Hope you know what you're doing.
You bet!
Watch this.
You betcha, Sonic.
Transforming now!
Uh-oh. Ah!
Whoa!
I don't really understand why he does this. Okay, now we're an X-Wing.
Do it!
Like, were we not doing well is the other thing? Is this why we lost the first time and not because this ship is literally like 100 times our size? Like, I don't know why this would help. Other than it just kind of looks cool, I guess. The Tornado 2 remix. Like, literally right here we could have landed, but whatever. What would the fun be in that? I'm missing all this stuff. There's always, yep, those two right there. There's always, like, those two shoot at you from, like, behind so you can't see them. I almost always get hit by them. Not this time. Whoa, okay, this part always sucks. Hold my might. Pretty mighty, isn't it? Not, oh, God. Thankfully, it's better than Mighty Number 9. Or like Mighty Number 0, am I right? No, boss fight. Kind of. I didn't really do much damage there, did I? She dead. Alright, I just kind of hit the A button a lot. Boom. I just killed an entire ship. How we couldn't do that the first time, I have no idea. 64%. I improved by 1%. And I got an emblem. More importantly, now we can go ahead and board the egg carrier. I think Oreo went to go try on his Sonic socks.
Alrighty, we're in.
We gotta land on the egg carrier.
Whoops.
I forgot something.
Is it something important? Like you didn't install landing gear?
Landing gear in this
Oh
mode.
no.
What?
It's like kind of an oversight, but whatever. Ow.
Wow, this thing is really huge.
It's an alright size.
No time to gawk
We
now.
need to find
We
Amy.
need to find Amy.
You're right, my friend.
So here we go. Me, I'm like every mall tour ever. Here we go.
Don't get too many ideas, you fools! You haven't seen the power this vessel really
Uh-oh.
has! Get a load of
Uh-oh, we're getting a load of this now.
Oh, wow! It's changed shape. Did you see that?
Sonic just gives him this look like, yeah, no, I missed it.
This makes it harder for us to get to the bridge.
I hate it when he doesn't listen.
I
I bet you weren't expecting this.
was kind of expecting it.
The only way you can get to me is through the sky deck. I doubt if you can figure this
I mean, you just kind of said it. Sky deck.
Oh yeah? Well, I'll show you. Bring it on.
Sonic, you realize he can't hear you, right? Like he's announcing from somewhere far away.
This must be the way to the sky deck.
Nice. Do enjoy when that must be the way to the sky deck. Alright, strap yourselves in. This is going to be a crazy ride.
Whoa!
But Tail, how did Tails get up there like that quickly? Ooh, that was close. Say, I might die a time or two in this level. It's been a little while. It's almost like the modern flying battery zone. When you think about it. Ooh, that was close. Oh, that was close. Sonic's confused. He doesn't know where to go. There he goes. Ow. That wasn't nice. Halfway.
will throw you off course. When the shoe increases speed, hang on to something.
Yeah, I generally just kind of ignore the wind on this part, and I just kind of do whatever. I actually like destroying all the cannons, or trying to. Ow. They take a shot at me now. You can also find some items hiding in some of them. That. Ow. Oh, that's not good. That's really not good. Another extra life. Thank you, Robotnik. I'll send you a nice little Christmas card on Easter. Hey. Ah, damn it. Shit. Oh, what? I almost always died on that part. I would have been fine, but then I spun dash into that random, like, ship or whatever. I bet those ships have landing gears, tails. This part can be a little tricky. I missed it by, like, a little tiny bit. Whoa. Yeah, I'm trying. There we go. Somehow that triggers the next part. The camera is really not cooperating with me today. Every time I try to stand up for this game, something like that happens. Oof. There we go. What the hell? Oh, jeez, no. What? Okay, I just died sideways. I say, I've done this part a million times. Can't tell if my controller just isn't agreeing with me, or I'm just not agreeing with me. I don't know, something's up. Damn it. Am I? Okay, there we go. That's where I want to go. Take that. Maybe. We're good. We're good. Almost at the end of the level. We are at the end of the level. There we go. Perfect.
Yes. Yeah, not
Yeah,
bad.
not bad. Apologize in advance if anyone has vertigo. That level is not good for that. Hey-oh. Yeah, now here we are.
Is that it?
It might
Is
be.
that it? Well, that wasn't enough.
Let's check out the bridge.
Halfway. Now we face our destiny. And the lone appearance of E102 Gamma. Which, sadly, Oreo is not here to see. But if they were, oh boy. There's Robotnik now, with Amy no less.
Sonic!
Mr. Steal Your Girl.
They're too late.
Not the birdie!
Again, Sonic never does anything. He just kind of stands there and lets all this happen.
No way!
Does that make him as complicit as Robotnik? It's more of a philosophical thing.
This is all I really need. Gamma!
What is your wish, Master Robotnik?
Get rid of these pests! Show them what you've got!
Alrighty, let's do it.
Aye, aye, sir.
Aye, aye, sir.
And don't disappoint me!
Or else. I never really understand the point of these boss fights. They're painfully easy. Although I do love this cutscene.
Stop it, Sonic!
Step aside, Amy.
Out of my way.
Out of my way.
No! Never!
This robot is my friend! He helped me! Don't hurt him!
She calls him like Mr. Robot in Gamma Story.
Okay. Whatever you say.
Whatever you say.
You must have your reasons.
Crazy bitch.
Hey, the ship is losing altitude!
Not only that, but it's falling.
Hurry, Tails. Take Amy and get out of here.
Well, what about you?
I'll find that Eggman and put him out of commission.
Nice. And now you can play with E102. Hey, what's up, Amy?
Are you okay?
Alright, that's all she's gonna ask.
If I'm to continue, I need to change this
He like
ship
looks
back
right
to
at
its
the
original
camera
shape.
for that. If I'm to continue, player, there must be a
somewhere on
switch.
the
Go and
bridge.
find it now.
You've got to find it now.
I just wish more of the game could be that intuitive, where it actually like kind of tells you what to do. What is going on with my camera? There we go. Robotnik just happens to have a button in his ship that activates rings.
Go!
Because why not? I'm the captain of this ship. Whatever I say goes.
Emergency alert has been cancelled. Resuming monorail operation.
Yay! Think we have time for a monorail ride? I sure hope so. Now I'm thinking of the Simpsons monorail song. Monorail. Monorail. And now we fight Robotnik, but not really. And Big the Cat is unfortunately dead. Oh snap. I was gonna say, we missed him turning into Chaos 6, because I think that happens with Knuckles.
Oh no! Not again! Chaos!
Could this be the
Could
same
this be the
beast?
same beast?
Oh yes! Attack Sonic now!
Froggy? I must say Froggy! Most useless plotline in the game.
If he's your friend, I'll help you.
If he's not your friend, screw him.
Just leave it to me.
Why are you friends with a frog anyway?
Now I have 6 of the Chaos Emeralds. There's only one more left to find.
And it's ironically on Tails' plane, which is like right across the ship.
Get away with this, you
May as well just
madman.
brought it to him.
I will. You're no match for Chaos, even though he's not perfected.
I actually kind of do like this fight.
Okay, Chaos.
I think I mentioned that earlier.
Destroy them all immediately.
Even as grotesque as Chaos looks here. That's a fun word to say. Aha! Okay, pretty quick hit here by letting him just scoop that up. No way! I can't believe this! No, he can. Oh, that was bad. I was trying to homing attack it into him. I've actually been able to do that before. Woo! Well, that'll wipe the field. Oh, seriously? Damn it, damn it, damn it, get out, get out! Okay, here we go. That just happened to work out. I can't believe this! Well, believe it, you're the one putting the frozen robots down. There we go. Oh, I can believe it. What the f... Oh, there we go. That was actually fairly easy. You didn't really get to do any of his big attacks.
Hey, I'll play with you some other
Actually,
time.
I don't think you will. Well, that's just me. See, I made short work of that one. I can't believe this! Leave it, Robotnik.
Sonic!
There's Knuckles.
Hey there,
And who did- Oh, I guess Big the Cat would have seen him turn into Chaos 6.
I thought you got lost or something.
Okay, because Knuckles doesn't show up. I was gonna say, because Knuckles' final boss is also Chaos 6. Not that this is the final boss.
Stop! Come back here!
This is why I love Sonic's story so much, because he fights like everybody. He fights Chaos, he fights Robotnik, he fights freaking E102 Gamma for 30 seconds. And here's another scene that should have killed Sonic, as he falls off this ship for like the second time in the game. But I digress. Does that little like weird maneuver?
I hate Eggman.
He's alright.
Where's this?
The forest. There's Lost World. Pretty cool stage, amazing music. Easter 2021. Thank you guys so much for watching the stream today so far. It's been a good one. And there's Tikal. I mean, I'm sorry, spoiler alert, that's not Tikal, that's just a
That light.
bodiless
I think it's trying to show me something.
floating orb. I think it's trying to show me something. Gee, I wonder what. This is really the only interaction Sonic has with the lore of this game in terms of chaos. Now you can play with Big, but please don't. This level's pretty cool. I'm not sure this level was necessarily needed to tell the story, but I like having it. Like, it's got excellent music. This level would be absolutely incredible in a remake. I mean, freaking, like, PS5 graphics with, like, this super, like, in-depth, like, tunnel and temple thing going on, little Indiana Jones stuff. Me hitting that and losing my rings in 4K. That would do it for me. But especially when you get to this part coming up. I mean, I always thought this was a beautiful stage, even on Dreamcast. this so many times. I just know exactly where to go. It's like second nature. Oof, almost fell off that. Just because I've done it before doesn't mean I'll do it right. I love this music though. Camera can also be a little tricky when dealing with this. I think I was supposed to go there actually. Oh no, there it is. Wait. Ah, shit. As I'm like bragging about how I know where to go. I know I gotta light up the 3 panels to open that door at the other side. Nope, that's the same place again. I'm not going there. Okay, seriously. Just going in circles here. Hold on. That. I don't know if that's the order I was supposed to do it in, but whatever. Oof! Almost missed that one. Hold on, that wasn't. Oh, jeez, it's taking me in such a weird freaking direction. Oof! Oh, the red one's like right there, too. Okay, we're good, we're good. No one's afraid of the dark.
Use the mirror to help.
Oh, this part was always a little glitchy. Oof, that was close. I did not think the homing attack was going to be successful on that. One of the few times you mandatorily have to use the light speed. Is that a word? Mandatorily? I guess. Mandatory. Mandatorily doing it. Now it's time for an Indiana Jones moment. Camera does not want to play nice today. Oh, that was dumb. That was dumb on my part. Shit, I gotta line these tiles up. There we go. Walking on the walls. Oh, close. Ouch. So yeah, just kind of the end of the level. You just kind of reach that hallway, and that's just like, yeah, that's good. Works for me.
Yeah,
Yeah, not bad. This part actually is pretty cool. It's really the only time you get to see the mural. Hey, what's up? I'll play with you some other time. Yeah, you will. From Barney to Toaster Cartridge. You're everywhere. I always like this part, though. You finally see the stone tablets that Robotnik was talking about.
What's this?
Perfect Chaos mural.
A mural.
Back when Sonic stories actually had some weight to them. Now it's just some goofy, like, oh, whatever. If it's Barney, it's usually Twitch Mobile. Toaster Cartridges when I'm on the PC, lol. Thought it's when you were playing the game Big Chungus. Chungus Adventures, the Chungusing. Whatever happened to Toaster Cartridge on YouTube? I used to like those videos. Be like, come play in my big swimming pool. Sonic Forces,
What's
yeah,
this
seriously.
place? Where am I? This is
This game has
really
a much
weird.
better story than Sonic Forces. Chaos is technically in that game as well. I do enjoy more videos from Toaster Cartridge. What the heck? I thought I was supposed to go over here to talk to them. Oh, I had to go over there. Oh, my bad. She's all like, oh, I can't believe that happened. Day ruined. I do enjoy Easter. Doing anything for Easter, Toaster?
Why? Why did this have to happen?
I don't know. Things happen to bad people. I'm actually really annoyed with the comic book channel. Anytime I have those, out of the way, leave 2 dislikes on my video. That's weird. I've had a few of those. Actually, my Maltor video got like 3 dislikes in like an hour. It was like, wow, they really didn't like that video. But whatever. At least I know people are watching them if they leave dislikes. Somebody had to actually click on the video and click the thumbs down, so at least it's not just bots, hopefully. Some jerk made 2 accounts just to make a dislike on each one. Alright.
What was that all about?
Oreo's gonna miss his favorite level.
I don't think I'm dreaming here.
If he doesn't come back soon. Because we're going to Final Egg next. A little under 2 hours right now. I really thought this game was longer. Like, when I was a kid, I thought this game was like a 5-hour game. So I immediately got 2 dislikes, so I'm thinking it's either some bot or it's my ex. Well,
oh, never mind. This time I'll get him.
that'd be really weird and kind of stupid on their part. If they really hate you that much, they're going to dislike your stream for... Oh, he's streaming. Get him. Oh, it is annoying. Alright, a couple interesting references here that we're going to see when we go inside the Final Egg place. If I can find it. Sonic missed the door. Awesome. Go in there, Sonic. But yeah, a lot of cool stuff in here. Obviously, that robot here has like never really been explained what that is. It's some kind of like Mecha Sonic. And also the Generations for 360, both the superior versions, by the way. Right there is where Gamma's built. Right there, of course, is Metal Sonic, who looks freaking sick in that tube. And then here is like the most annoying thing ever, which is this stupid puzzle that I never get, like, on purpose. Like, it's always like an accident if I get it. Oh, I love this stage. Like, I don't understand the logic of this puzzle. I just kind of just run around on them until I get them all. Yeah, I don't understand it either. Like that. Like, I don't know what that did, but that works, I guess. Sometimes I've spent like 5 minutes on that. And other times, like that, didn't take long. Alright, here we go. I'm just gonna go ahead and turn this up myself. Sonic Endgame. This game in general was one of my favorites aside. Yeah, it really is. That's a good question. What music do I like better? Like, I like the, you know, the themes in Sonic Adventure 2, like the, oh, damn it, like City Escape and like the ones that they sing or whatever, but like, I kind of like this like instrumental music in this game too. Station score is pretty good. I love this level. It's like my favorite Robotnik-based level. Although Titanic Monarch is pretty badass. I do love this part. Squidward Adventure 2 battle. Squidward and Squilliam. And Mrs. Puff. SpongeBob. Mr. Krabs. I can't believe they remastered the friggin' SpongeBob game. Battle for Bikini Bottom. It's like rehydrated. I'm like, really? That needed a remaster? That was that epic? That was one of the greatest games of our generation. I wish this music was like for the whole level, because then it goes back to the other music later. Jonathan Adventure 2. I had to stop to read that. Holy crap. Is that unnecessary? Jonathan Adventure 2, Carta. So stupid. It really is. Did you see the new trailer for Space Jam? Leaving when he wouldn't. Wait, what? Getting mad and leaving when he wouldn't leave it. Oh, yeah, he does that. YOLO, John. Yeah, see, now we're back to this music, which is okay, but that other music was so much more epic. I do enjoy a lot of the hate and... See, I think, yeah, I agree. I don't know, people think it's going to be, like, stupid because they have, like, the Iron Giant and some, like, you know, bizarre characters appearing, but assuming they're not major parts and they're just kind of, like, background, I think it'll be kind of, like, just funny to see them all. I still think it's going to just be about the Looney Tunes, at least I'm hoping it is. Like, it is a little random how freaking War Machine wants LeBron to play basketball to save his son, but whatever. I mean, it's a Looney Tunes movie. I'm actually kind of glad, like, people are like, oh, why didn't they bring back the Monstars or whatever? Like, I'm kind of glad it's not just that again, because that really wouldn't make any sense. Like, that happened, like, 25 years ago or whatever, so I'm glad they did a new plot. As much as I don't like LeBron, I'm hoping he'll at least, you know, be decent in the movie. I never hated Michael Jordan. Oh, damn it. My second death in the freaking game. LeBron. He really is. My third death in the game. But then I thought about it. I'm like, well, if they don't do this movie now, like, LeBron's probably going to retire in like 5 or 6 years. Like, who's the next big superstar in basketball that would be, you know, up there with Jordan or whatever? Like, he's probably the closest thing we have. Since, you know, I'm not even trying to joke. Unfortunately, Kobe Bryant couldn't do it. Because he might have been good. Yeah, obviously, you love Jamal Crawford for some stupid reason. Now, this stage actually is not especially hard for a final level. Let's see if I can do my trick here. Nope. Don't have enough time. Get a load. Now that'll be coming soon. I'm getting a lot of piss. I can't believe I'm going to beat this game in like a little over 2 hours. Like, I really thought this was a longer game. I thought this would be like a 3 or 4 hour thing. Well, whatever. I mean, it would be if I did the other stories, but yeah. Obviously, I love the toys for the Sonic Adventure games. I have Sonic, Tails, and Robotnik of that series. Never got the Knuckles. I'm assuming there was Gamma as well. I would have gotten Gamma. Oh shit. I actually never found those before. Oh yeah, I do enjoy Sonic. How do I get up on that platform, I wonder? I never really tried. Oh, I'm ready. Alright, here we go. Favorite part of the game. By far. Or Oreo or Oreo I is gonna miss it. That is a shame. Yeah, not bad.
Well, if it isn't my pal Sonic, I'm surprised you made it this far.
Hold it right there, Eggman.
Oh god, I really hope there's a part in the next Sonic movie like that. Like, just that. Like, if it isn't my pal Sonic. Like, I love the sarcasm. Alright. Time to man up. Egg Viper time.
Get a load at
Really, I'm gonna get a load of it.
Get a load at this. See?
Yeah, see nothing. You know, Robotnik would win this fight if he didn't keep, like, revealing himself. I mean, I have no way to hit that thing otherwise.
Get a load at this.
That's Robotnik's arrogance for you. Not very smart for a genius. Ooh, I almost jumped off the edge. That's usually how I die if I do, is by jumping off the edge. It's not from him.
See if you can make it through here, Sonic.
I really am getting a load of piss.
Get a load at this. Get a load at this. Get a load at this.
A poly? I mean, well, yeah, he is low poly. I mean, it was that time. That era. Yeah, he really does do a little dance. He really is dancing. He doesn't even make it that hard to hit him. He's like, try to get through here. I'll put like 3 little things for you to hit on the way up.
Get a load of
This part's a little arbitrary.
this. It's no use. Give up.
YOLO just walked right under him.
See if you can make it through here.
I actually just once, I like let this play out to see if he does anything, and he actually does shoot like a laser out of the little wings that come out.
Get a load
If you
of
take too long to get to the top.
Get a load of this.
Really, ouch! Oh, I guess I am gonna get a load of that.
Get a load
I was
of
lying.
this. It's no way. I can't believe.
How can you not believe that your enemy who can jump on top of things jumped on top of something?
All systems full power. It's no use. Give up. Ah!
Johnny, yeah, he's like, oh. Yeah, and he's like, oh, shut the fuck up.
Ah! He's not gonna get away with it. It's no use. Give up. No way. I can't believe this.
I can't believe I actually made relatively few mistakes in that, although it's not over yet.
Watch
Yeah,
out.
I know he
He's
is.
up to
Actually,
something.
I've messed this up a lot. But not that time. Woo! Got him. Woo! Get a load of that.
Hey, I'll play
Yeah,
with you some
Robotnik's
other
dead
time.
in a flaming inferno, and I'm just like, YOLO, see you later. Yeah, I don't think so. As mentioned, I'm only playing the Sonic story. In fact, I'm going to Nani shortly after this. This has been fun, though. We've had a good number of viewers, good number of Easter people. Got a new follower. Good day for Chaos Flare. I don't know who thought it was a good idea to put a freaking fishing game in the Sonic game. Like, that was just dumb. Like, you know, even if Big was going to be super doofy, like, they could have had him do something else. Like, it could have been just, like, a dumb puzzle game or something. Like, the fact that it's fishing is just so arbitrary. Hey, remember when Sonic was fishing? It's like, yeah, we gotta have that in the game. This part here I never understood, where he's just, like, talking to nobody. He's like, blah, 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 blah. Oh, it's no story. It's like, oh, my frog's gone. Where's the frog? Oh, I found the frog. I hate Big Nukem. Alright, well, that's the game. I'll talk a little bit during the credits, but that's basically it. Doesn't matter now what happens. I will never give up the fight. Something, 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 something. Fun experience had by all. Enjoyed it quite a bit. As mentioned, I'll be streaming various Sonic games all year in celebration of the 30th anniversary, including a Sonic Adventure 2 stream, Sonic Heroes, Sonic Mania, and others. And if people want, I may even stream the other stories of this game, such as Tails, Knuckles, and Everybody But Big. Because those are pretty good too. Probably a lot shorter than this too, since Sonic had the longest story. It wasn't even 2 hours long, really. Then again, I also knew where to go, and I just kind of went right to the places. I didn't really fool around or anything. I do enjoy this song. I think there's like a couple things in this what do you call it, credits that actually like don't even happen in the game, or at least they're like, they just look different. Like if they're like from beta footage of the game. I think we already missed them, but I'm too busy rambling. Yeah, that doesn't appear in the game at all. Sonic going through those little gates in the ice. That happens in the Snow Hill minigame, but that's in the sand. Now I'm going to actually start paying attention. That happens, obviously. always notice stuff like that. Like stuff that appears in trailers or, you know, before the game comes out that doesn't appear in the game. That looks a little different than how it looked in the final game. Such a weird... Some of these scenes are just so weird. Like, remember when Sonic and Amy were walking at an awkward angle near each other? YOLO Amy. Like, that's a good shot. I like the way that they froze that, but sometimes they just, like, froze the game at a random point. It's like when I take a still frame of somebody eating a burger, like, it just doesn't look good. That happens, but it looks a little different there. That shot of Red Mountain. All of a sudden, we're back in the ice cap zone. It's out of order. Yep, now we're back on the egg carrier. Yeah, don't hurt this robot, he's my friend. Blah, 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 blah. That's all I got from that scene. Maybe I will do the other stories when I have time, just like randomly throughout the year. Not anything I'm gonna go nuts on. I actually did not a stream, but I did a Let's Play on YouTube of this entire game before Christmas 2019. But since then, I haven't played it again, so it was nice to get back to it. It's not like this game won't appear again. Ah! Never give up the fight! Yep, there's the Egg Viper. Vipering up. That was a lot short. I was anticipating like maybe not 4 hours, but I thought it'd be closer to 3 hours. Not even 2.5 hours. That's after me talking before I started it, so really it was like probably 2 hours exactly. Not that I'm complaining, I just really felt like this game was longer. Sonic Adventure Sonic. Ah, Sega. Sega. Why can't you make stuff like that anymore? I'll tell you why. Because you don't have a console. When they made these games exclusive to Sega consoles, they had to make them good, otherwise people wouldn't buy their stuff. Now they're on multiple, platforms, so Sega's like, people will buy it. Put Sonic Forces on like 4 different platforms, and there you go. Alright, well, that's the game, and that is my Easter stream 2021. I'd like to thank everybody for joining me. We actually had a pretty decent-sized crowd today, which I am happy to see. I'm glad to share this game with you, one of my absolute favorites of all time. So thank you so much for opening your heart, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, a great Easter. So until then, I guess I'll show the game case one more time. Heyo. Until then, have a great Easter, stay chaotic, and blur out.